Good morning. This is Sarah Lynn with True Aura, and I would like to show you how to apply the "'Tis the Season to Be Glam" with the coffee shop. Let me show you a picture of it so we can see what it is that you will be using, that we will be demoing, excuse me. So I already have my foundation on, my primers, everything. We'll start with the eyeshadow, the coffee shop. Normally I do my priming of my eyes and then I put my eyeshadow on because I don't like the fallout of makeup on my makeup. But just for speed and simplicity today, that's how we're going to do it. Then I'll do bronzer. Then I'll do my, how do we say that blush? Rouge blush. Thank you. And then the orchid lipstick. So that'll be our first one. And normally the set is 115. It's on sale for 86. And okay, very good. So let me stop that share and let's see if I can get in close. Okay, so first of all, we will start with the eyeshadow. And these are the three brushes that I'm going to use today. I love to use kind of like a puffy brush. And it can be anything that you have already in your stock, and then I use a little bit more stiff brush. This is my puffy brush. This is my little more stiff brush, but definitely with a point. See how pointed that is? So you can really get down in. And then look how much tinier this one is. Again, very stiff and with a point. So that part of the brushes is that the simplicity of putting eyeshadow on is the brushes. Another thing that I am going to be using is my color switch. And this is just a rubber inside product. You can get them anywhere. But it cleans your brushes every single time of the color, so it's actually switching the color. I will do it now, but you'll see me use it throughout the whole event. So I can keep using the same brushes, but switching colors. Okay, so with the coffee shop, what I would do is take the lightest color and go lashes. Just going to do one side of my face so we can keep it fast for you. Lashes to brow with the coffee shop, yes. And what I like to do is get in, you know how people have a dark spot in their eye, like right in here? I don't get up in the nose area, but there's just this little area where it's dark. I always take my lightest eyeshadow to that area. And I love this color in coffee shop. It's my primer for almost every single day I do my eyes. It's almost gone. And not almost gone, it's got a lot there, but it's way more gone than the other one. Okay, so then I'm going to take my next, the biggest pointy brush compared to the small one, right? And I'm going to go into this color right here. And you have to look at your eyes and decide what eye shape they are. We can play with that at some point if you would like to. And I know how to put my eye shadow on based on the shape of my eye. So I'm just putting it in the, way too much right here. Always use sponges to blend it off. If you want to use your brush, you can always dip back in, which I like to do. I like to build foundation or eyeshadow anyway. I just kind of lighten that up on the inside corner. But I have a large hood, and so I need to use that space. And so I create the eye area by making depth higher. I'm not going to explain all that to you right now. But know how to put your eyeshadow on based on your eye shape. And the best thing you can do is play with it or book a consultation with me or your consultant, and we can help you do all that. Okay? Very good. Okay. Now that's an easy out the door look. Need some eyeliner. Bam, done. But I love that they have this third color, because the big thing right now is to take that color and almost make like a dot over here. See how you make a dot? And then bring it up a dot just in the corner. Then bring it into the eye and then just in the crease. Again, super hard to do if you don't have the tiny brushes, the tiny little brush heads, okay? So I'm just going to darken that up just a little bit more, just in the crease. And notice how I keep my eye open. So many clients were taught to shut their eye and do it, but then you're trying to, and you can't really see how the eye's going to look when it's open. It's more important to do your eyeshadow, for the most part, when your eye is open, so that you can see how it's going to look. And then you can always close it, but look at the depth of color there. Isn't that cool? All right, so that's our eyeshadow. Now it's time for a little eyeliner. I love to take this and throw things. this water that Gary Jones taught us to use. I spray it in a little spot, and then I take my smudger brush, dip it into the water, mineral water, and I'm taking just the lightest color. I always dip in one side over here, and then I'm just using that for my eyeliner. It is the best eyeliner when it's liquid or powder and it's wet. Oh my word, it just stays on and stays on and stays on. Cool. Very easy to do with a smudging brush. Remember, you don't see me just draw it right on. You kind of tap it in and put it in spots and then just blend it out. Look how cool that eye looks compared to the other eye that has nothing. All right, so that's eyeshadow. The next thing we're going to do is bronzer. And I've actually already played with my bronzer a little bit. My new favorite brush for my bronzer on my jawline is this one. It's more controlled, so just a smashed off one. Take the darkest color, just do the jawline, do the E, remember? So then you come up along the hairline, come in right underneath the blush. I'm not going real heavy today because I'm going out and about, and on camera it's harder to see. But then if I had hair pulled back, I would go up along the hairline here, and then up into the hairline here, make a point. So it goes like this, underneath your cheek, underneath your, right on your jawline or underneath. Lots of women want to hide this area right here. Whatever you darken disappears, okay? So look at the difference in the cheek there compared to the cheek here. It just disappears when it's dark, even on camera and pictures and everything. So right now I have this little thing here that's very light in color. I always darken that. What is it Jan Reckamere used to call that, chicken neck? Yeah. Or gobbler or something like that. So mine doesn't get tan. I'm in the sun so much it's almost damaged outside here, and inside it's not. So I always tan that up pretty good. Okay, so that is your bronzer. Some other things you can do, go watch our bronzer video. There's much more detail on how you can actually sculpt your face with bronzer. Okay, so then let's do our blush. This is a beautiful blush. Very easy to put on. I actually already put it on this cheek right here. See how pretty that is? You want it to melt into the skin. You don't want it to sit on the skin. It should be like a part of the skin. And all I did is tipped into here with a puffy brush, put it right where I want my blush, came back in with a tighter brush where I want more detail, and then I just barely touched in and just came underneath and just popped it a bit, okay? And then I came back with the puffy brush. I took the highlighter with the bronzer, excuse me, but it's the highlighter in there, and then just did the little shine that you see on the shimmer that you see on my cheek. The other thing that I forgot to do with my eyes, I love this shimmer. Go back to my water area. I love this shimmer on my eye right up here. It's really a good shimmer for the eye right up there. Love that. Look at how pretty that looks. Look, it's a final touch. Just makes everything look very brought together. I already had my eyebrows done before I hung out with you, and also my mascara. So that is my look of lipstick. The lipstick color on this is Orchid. It's beautiful. It was an old-time favorite of mine years ago, and I'm so tickled there. Brought it back out. Okay, so let me do this. Finished, unfinished. Finished, or say after, before. Okay, so there's a before and after for you in the coffee shop. Thank you for joining me.